From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. Our starter in this one, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Okay, all set to go. Here is Marcus Semien. That catches the outside corner, and away we go this afternoon. Swings and misses, and it's 0-2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And here's Corey Seager to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Seager getting to start at shortstop. 30 years old now. And he's a former Rookie of the Year. In for a strike. And the count is 0-2. One out, bases empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
2 down, bases empty. Up next for the Rangers, Wyatt Langford. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Jock Peterson.
And now Jock Peterson. There's a strike.
Here's someone, historically speaking, that prefers day games over night games. So I'm excited to see what he does in this one.
Langford off of first with 2 away. Peterson just got a piece of it.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 1 left for Texas. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball. Back here with my pal Singy, and starting in this one, Jacob deGrom. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Semien toss over to first, and a quick out, number 1. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. Big challenge for them today as they take on a pitcher who brings electric stuff and really racks up the strikeouts.
Yeah, and it's all about making good contact against a pitcher like this. You're not going to get very many pitches to hit in an at-bat, maybe even in a game. So you got to be ready, zoned in the spot where you think you've got the best chance, and jump all over it. Might be the first pitch in the at-bat, so you better walk up there ready from the jump. If they can make early, consistent contact, I think they'll have a much better shot against him.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Fought off foul.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Langford sizing this one up. makes the catch, inning over. Scoreless after one. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Ohtani back to work. That one fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. And the right-hander deals. That's a strikeout. Ohtani sends him packing.
Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace, it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
Here's Josh Young. And a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Second inning here, no score. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Evan Carter in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. It's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning, 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Back here at Dodger Stadium, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Muncy digs in. That's towards center. Langford hauls it in for the out.
Batting fifth, shortstop,
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate.
You always have to worry about the fastball when facing DeGrom, Boog. I mean, it's an electric pitch for him, and he's usually pumping it in at about 100 miles per hour, which makes him one of the...
This looks like extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That pitch came off the bat really well into center field, and he clearly put a nice swing on it. And anytime you can get one to drop in out there, you know you stung it pretty good, because it seems like center fielders these days, to a man, these guys can run down just about everything hit their way. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Teoscar Hernandez, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Betts over at second, 1 down. Tapped softly on the ground. Young on the run, throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what it was supposed to do.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. That one is absolutely belted. One hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
So runner at second, 2 down. Michael Conforto will climb in. To the right side, Simeon whips it to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Dodgers with a run-scoring double. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, and now it's Jake Burger to hit. with the swing, and that is strike
0-1.
one. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-1.
Ball, one
Boog,
strike.
it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Yeah, the batter now, Jonah
Counts
Heim.
1-0.
That missed by a lot. And that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Now it's Marcus Semien.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1's the count.
And
Inside
ball
ball.
1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Another one, and that makes it 7 consecutive strikeouts. Nothing doing for the Rangers, and it remains 1-0. Back here in L.A., bottom of the inning, Tommy Edman at the plate. The other way. Young tosses to first, and they get Edman for the out. So the batting order turns over. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Smoked on the ground a second, and Freeman is retired. 2 outs, base is empty. Hesung Kim, the next to hit, fly to center his first time. And that misses. And it's 1-0.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles. But you want to get the heart of the order up to the plate.
And that drops in for a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're on top 1-0. And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. Here comes Corey Seager. That one ripped, but foul.
Well, these Rangers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Close one, doesn't get the call, and the count is 2-2. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one's back. And it's gone. Home run. A solo shot. And it ties it up. It's 1-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Wyatt Langford will hit next. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Fastball for a strike. Langford in his second season, 23 years old. A former first-round pick in 2023. And it's through for a hit. Go-ahead run on base. Here's Jock Peterson. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Muncy on his way over. Makes the grab. 1 away. So up next, Adolis Garcia. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. The throw in. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
All over that one right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Young swings through it for strike 1. And that is out of play. Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Shohei.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Evan Carter stepping in for the Rangers. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Strikes him out, went with the sweeper, and it worked. Solo homer for the Rangers ties it. All even at 1 apiece. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. And a good start to the inning. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Fly to left his first time. And that one fouled off. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Hard hit, base hit. Garcia quickly throws it in. Rudder stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind an account right there, but he didn't give in. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Betts in the box now, takes strike 1.
Big at bat right here with an opportunity to do damage. But on the flip side, ground ball, double play, strikeout, that could get the inning back under control on the mound.
That's a base hit. They hold him at third base, and now the bases are loaded.
He was all over that one. He recognized the rotation of the baseball out of the hand, stayed tall on the backside, and crushed that pitch the other way.
Hernandez, the next to hit, takes high for ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
2.
Next pitch misses, and the count is 2-0.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. 1 runs in. And they don't push it. Runner holds at third. Bases loaded now with still nobody out.
Well done. Drives in the run. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Bases loaded. Nobody out. The batter now will be Will Smith. And fouled off. Pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Action in the pen down there. Bobby Milner preparing to come on if needed. Armstrong, a right-hander, loosening up as well. The 1-1. Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double as they score a pair on the play.
You don't want to get greedy, but it's easy to imagine all 3 runners coming home to score with this type of contact. Yeah, the automatic double costs them a run, but they're still in a position to keep scoring.
And the Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. That'll be it for Jacob deGrom. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So out of the bullpen for the Rangers, Dane Dunning.
So at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And there's 1 down. And here comes Tommy Edman. Grounded out his first time up. That one hammered but pulled foul. Strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Just missed.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
Can't get there, and it deflects off him. 1 run across. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away. And stepping in is the speedy Ha-Seong Kim. Line drive. And that ends the inning. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We played 4. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Rangers 1. All set for the start of the inning. Digging in, Jake Berger. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Right through there for a strike. Ripped to short. Gets it to first.
He's out.
And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth. So digging in, Jonah Heim. Caught looking his first time up. In there at the knees for a strike.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Foul ball still 0-2. The Rangers down by 4, and we're at the top of the fifth. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Struck him out looking. And now here is Marcus Semien, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off. That one missed. And downstairs.
Damn.
That one fouled off. 2-2.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 2 outs, base is empty. And they'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. And the Rangers set down in order. They're down here. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Now at the plate, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Dunning back to work. Tap foul at the plate.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting
Here's Max Muncy, 1 for 2.
Muncy.
Center field. Carter in position. Drops into the glove. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Mookie to hit. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to.
Simeon, toss over to first. And that.
Leading off.
Here's Corey Seager. He went deep back in the fourth. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie. He didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
And a foul ball.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Nope.
And there's a ball. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
2 outs, base is empty. And Jock Peterson stands in. Peterson just got a piece of it. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Up the middle, bats up with it. Over to first, and Peterson retired. Rangers go down in order. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
No balls,
he has
two
a
strikes.
tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
On the ground to third. Tosses to first, and Hernandez is out.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
Will Smith to the plate.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And that one sliced foul. One down, base is empty. In the air out to center, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Liner, base hit. And now two aboard.
Now batting.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Check
Ball,
swing, and
that's
he held
inside.
up. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Right side, Berger. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
And here's Freddie Freeman. Bit of strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a force play at any base. So they're all loaded up. Now it's the second baseman, Hesung Kim. 0 for 3 in this one. That one pulled foul. The Dodgers threatening. That one ripped. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score. It's 7-1.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
So 2 down. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And that one hammered, ranging back. And he brings it in on the warning track. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
Hernandez settles underneath it. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, third baseman Josh Young.
Josh Young digs in now.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And the sweeper misses.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
And that one fouled off. Up and
That's
in,
ball two.
and it's 2-1. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Conforto hauls it in for the out, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder Evan Carter.
And now the center fielder, Evan Carter. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And that one is downstairs. And 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. What a game he's having. 16 Ks down. Rangers go down quickly there. They're down 7-1. And we're back. Bottom of the 7th. Now the third baseman, Max Muncy. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, shortstop.
Mookie digs in here. On the ground to third. Off balance feet. There's one. On to first. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. That's to third. Slides for the stop. Throw to first. Pretty nice play there. Back here in L.A. We're at the top of the 8th. Now, Jake Berger.
Number 49. Blake Trinan.
And first offering is fouled off.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
0-2 is the count.
Swings and misses. Now 1 away.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Jonah Heim getting ready to hit. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. Just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
The Dodgers up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. 2 gone now.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
That's in there. And the count is 0-2. Just off the outside part of the plate. In the air, right side. And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Simeon on the way to third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at bat. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now it's Corey Seager. Squirts away a little bit, and the runner holds. 2 outs, and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Caught him looking for the K. And welcome back to the ballpark. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Dunning back to work. That just
outside,
misses.
that's a ball.
And that is ball 1. Popped up. Berger. Puts it away for the out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Down the left field line, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Tommy Edman, the next to hit. Fly ball center field. Carter in and to his right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
So man aboard is Freddie Freeman now. Ball 1, no strikes. Ripped on a line. Carter makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Now the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. There's the swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Here is Jock Peterson. Yeah, that's fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. That's a little bit low. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. One down, base is empty. Got him looking, and they're down to their last out.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Garcia stands in now and watches strike 1. They're down to their final strike. Trinan is just 1 strike away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swing and a miss. struck him out, and that is the ball game.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.